Hello everyone, I'm so happy you're here today. We're going to be making another card for my Stamp Stack. This is the fifth and final card that we made. So look, it's a Criss-Cross card. Hi Stampers, this is Dawn and today we're going to make the Christmas Criss-Cross card. This is the fifth card in my series that I did for my Stamp Stack. I think it's been a couple months now, but this is the fifth card. Let me show you the other ones in case you missed it. I'll also have all the links down below in the description box if you want to go back and see these other cards in the videos. This is one of the cards that we made at my Stamp Stack. Then here's the other one, the Halloween version. Cute. And then this one. It's a fun fold, the accordion card. Adorable. And then this one we made last week. Okay. All right, so we're going to go ahead and make this card today. So let's go ahead and get started. So now at my Stamp Stack, I had the ladies make two of each of the card designs. And one of the other designs that we had them make was the pear pizzazz version. So they got to make a real red and a pear pizzazz. And I'm going to show you how to cut the designer paper because there's a slight little twist that you have to do to make the designer paper lay a little bit different on the second card. Okay, so right now we're going to make the real red version. Here are the measurements. You're going to cut your cardstock at 4 1/4 by 11. We're going to score and cut this piece together. Then a piece of basic white, which is cut at 4 by 5 1/4. And then also the designer paper, which is the Heartwarming Hugs. This is cut at 4 by 5 1/4, and it's the double-sided, very pretty. And it's the traditional colors, you know, the red and the green. And then I cut out the scallop little rectangles, and these are from the Stitched So Sweetly dies. And I used the third from the largest and the second for the dies for that. So I used the largest one for the real red right here, and then the basic white was the next size down. Okay, so I went ahead and cut all those out. So now let's grab our paper trimmer. We're going to take our real red piece. We're going to score this on the 11-inch side at 5 1/2. So we're just going to score it in half. And then we're going to go ahead and fold it so I can see the score line really good. So what we're going to do is we're going to put our point here, and we're going to cut at an angle down to that score line. Okay, so we're going to put this right on the cutting track. This point down to the score line. Line that up, and you're going to cut this at a diagonal. So now this card is really awesome because you're going to use this piece as the crisscross. So once you fold your card this way, you're going to actually fold it back on itself. So it's going to go this way now. Okay? And then you're going to take this piece and you're just going to flip it over, and that's going to be the crisscross part of the card. Okay? So now to cut the designer paper, we're going to use this real red piece on this side as this triangle right here, the piece that we cut off. So this section here, the stripes, is going to be this layer right here. So we're going to put that face down, and we're going to cut it the exact same way that we cut the cardstock. So we're going to line this point up down to this point. We're going to cut. And you're going to use both of these pieces on your one card. So whatever side you want facing down on the base of the card, you're going to put face down. Okay, and then this piece is going to layer onto this piece, like that. And then this piece you're going to flip over, and it's going to layer onto this section right here. So you're going to get to see both sides of this beautiful paper on one card. So now for my pear pizzazz version, I'm going to show you the little slight twist that you're going to make with the designer paper. So we're still going to cut and score the base. We scored it at 5 1/2. Now we're going to cut this piece. Remember, this is the same 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. And remember, we're going to cut it the exact same way. Point down to the score line. Okay, so now instead of my card going like this, I want this paper on top and then this one on the bottom because I'm using the Granny Apple Green, so I want more of the green on the top layer. Okay, so now this is the exact same piece that we used on the real red version. Remember the 4 by 5 1/4. So instead of putting the real red version up, which will be the main color showing on this card, we want it face down. So we want this piece facing out. So we're going to put it point to point on the track on your trimmer. and we're going to cut that at a diagonal. Okay, so we're going to take our card. Remember, we folded it this way to cut it. Now we're just going to fold it back on itself. You're going to see here, this piece right here is going to sit at the bottom of your crisscross card. And then this is your crisscross part on the top that we cut at an angle. And then I wanted the stripe section to be on top. So with just that flip over of the designer paper, you'll get to accent both pieces in a different way. So I wanted more of the real red version on this colored cardstock, and then more of the Pear Pizzazz on this one. Okay, so that's how you do that. All right, now we're gonna go ahead and build the real red version. We're gonna use our liquid glue, and I'm just gonna use the liquid glue to attach our designer paper onto the base of the card. With the liquid glue, there's a little wiggle room, so you can slide it into position in that section where you want to put your designer paper. Make sure you get your points down really good. Okay, so there's my base. Now we're going to do some stamping. So let's grab our stamps. We're going to use the 2 stamps. We're going to use the Holly Jolly Wishes and then the Christmas to Remember. The Holly Jolly Christmas is the Holly Jolly Christmas greeting, which we're going to stamp on the front. I'm going to stamp this with the Real Red Classic ink. We're going to go ahead and stamp our greeting on the front. And this says, have a Holly Jolly Christmas. Isn't that cute? And then this one is from the Christmas to Remember. It's going to be stamped on the basic white for the inside. And we're just going to stamp this right in the center. Okay? So it's the most wonderful time of the year. That's what that one says. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and put this on the inside of our card. Now this card is really easy and simple to make. And you can mass produce a lot of these cards, especially around the Christmas season, but this would be a really cute birthday card too. Okay, so now this layer here, we're gonna put on top of this layer, but we're not gonna put any glue on this side. We're only gonna put glue right here. Okay, so we're gonna put our glue so it attaches to that bottom layer. And then you're just going to layer that, lining it up at the bottom and then also to the right hand side, and then adhere that down to this layer. So now you can see that the greeting is peeking through there, but we're going to put this layer over top of that, so you're not even going to see that there. So you can see how cute the fun fold is when you open up that card. Isn't it cute? All right, now we're going to take our layer, our Real Red layer, we're going to layer this behind the greeting. And then this is going to get popped up on dimensionals. So let me grab those. I use 2 mini dimensionals, 1 on each corner. Remember, you don't want to put any adhesive on the top because that's going to be peeking through the back side. So we're just going to put that right over top so that covers up that greeting on the inside. Okay? And then we're going to tie a bow with the Real Red 3/8 mini ruffled ribbon. This ribbon is so pretty. This is in the holiday catalog. So I'm just going to make my 2 bunny ears. I'm going to cross that over and then tuck it. And then we're going to attach our bow with the mini glue dot. You don't want your bow to be too big. Okay, right about there looks good. Gonna snip the tails. I'm going to take my mini glue dots. I'm going to put a couple glue dots down here in the corner, in the right corner bottom. We're going to stick our bow right onto those glue dots. And then we're going to add some rhinestones. We're going to use the red rhinestones. I'm going to just scatter a couple of them around the front, just to add a little bling to the front of the card. Make it really sparkly. You could also add some to the inside too, but isn't that card cute? And nothing goes to waste. So even though you're cutting that section off, you're not wasting that extra piece. You're repurposing it for the card to make it a fun fold. Adorable. Okay, so let me show you all 5 cards again. And then here's our Halloween one that we made a couple weeks ago. And then this one is the corner latch card. So cute the way this one opens up. It's got a little corner pocket here. Cute. And then this was the one we made last week. The double point card. And then here's one we made a few weeks ago, the accordion fold card. So these were the 5 cards, and they got to make 2 of each of the cards back at my Stamp-A-Stack. So I hope you liked all the cards that we made at my Stamp-A-Stack. Hopefully you're recreating them. And then also, if you liked today's video, give me a thumbs up. And then don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel so you don't miss any future videos. Okay, talk to you later. Bye!